I'll start by asking what you can take out of Saturday's game and apply when you've got a team coming in here that's on a run like Notre Dame is. That's a team that's kind of put everything together here in these last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I just to go back on the weekend series at Minnesota, just like we said going into the weekend, just like we thought going into the weekend, you were going to see two teams that understood the tradition and history of both programs. They understood where both programs are currently as far as both being top 10 teams, or at least teams that have been very consistently in the top 10 throughout the year. And both teams that really needed points and wins in Big Ten standings. So I don't know if you could find two better back-to-back college hockey games than we had Friday and Saturday. Both games would probably flip a coin on who probably should have won both nights. We fell a little bit short on Friday. I thought we played a better game on Friday. Saturday we battled like crazy to find a way to win that one. And Minnesota probably walked out of the building thinking they probably should have won that one. So phenomenal games. I think what you saw was playoff hockey. What you're going to see this weekend going into Notre Dame is the same thing. We're going to be a desperate team that has to obviously respect our opponent with what they've done, how they've done it. Their goaltending and how they played defensively has been as good as any college program, any college team. So we're going to have to battle like we did against Minnesota and manufacture as much as we can offensively by just basically playing a scratch and claw game and paying the price to get to the hard scoring areas. And I loved the way we played and competed. We scored 4 goals on Friday. We had 2 goals disallowed that were on quick whistles that probably should have counted against a pretty stingy defensive team in Minnesota. So we did what we needed to do offensively to give ourselves chances to win both those games. We're going to have to do the exact same thing this week against Notre Dame.
Brian.
Hi there. The will to win, too, of your club, you mentioned it a moment ago, with everything that was going on near the end, you get the go-ahead goal, and then as far as defensively and surrounding Jack Berry, what he did in net and what the other guys did as well, I mean, that's kind of an example of what you need each and every night, is it not?
Sure is. And I think when we talked a few weeks back about the shot blocking and the commitment to doing whatever you could defensively to keep the puck out of your net, that was a perfect 2-minute flurry by them. You know, they went 6-on-4. We got a late penalty there, and Minnesota threw those 6 guys over the boards, and they're all very talented, and they all had puck on their stick in pretty good scoring areas. And you saw guys diving all over to keep it out of their net, and I think that's the way the series should have ended, because that's how it was played. And it was a spectacular flurry. Barry was outstanding in nets. We know that. He gave us a big performance that we needed, and it was a fun bus ride home because of it. That's for sure.
What's been the key to your power plays this season? Not just scoring goals, but also drawing the penalty.
Yeah, I think our power play has been really good. I think it's been really effective from the standpoint that even when we don't score, I think it's established enough presence in the offensive zone that the momentum carries over after the power play and the 5-on-5 play. I think our small, skilled forwards, especially the quickness of them, has been able to draw us quite a few penalties. And then I think our compete level is part of it too. And if you look back at a couple of games earlier, the Mercier's game was one of them. We didn't draw a lot of penalties in those series. And part of it was because the other team was disciplined. Part of it was because we didn't try to fight through enough checks to potentially put ourselves on the power play. So I think it's a good indicator a lot of times of how hard you're working away from the puck and how many power plays you do create and draw.
Todd.
You said Saturday you'd talk Monday as staff about goalies and where you're going from there. Any decisions been made there, or any more light on?
Yeah,
on where
we
you
talked about it this morning. We're not going to let the goalies know anything. We're not going to let you know something before we let the goalies know. So we'll talk to them as the week moves along, and we'll let you know. But Bear was outstanding in his performance. I thought the night before. Kyle had some tough plays. I mean, they made some great plays backdoor that are real tough on any goalie. So we're going to need both of them as the year moves along. Both of them are elite goalies. And, for us to win, they have to be good.
Both years you've been here, though, this is kind of something you've had to deal with, having an idea of what you want to have happen at the start of the season, and maybe it doesn't go that way through injury or performance or whatever. Is that just one of the things you have to kind of expect to happen, that you're going to get these kind of bumps and you have to
Yeah,
deal with personnel and
I think
massage that a little bit?
I think that's okay for us, and I also think it's okay for the goalies. I mean, both goalies, when you're in, a net of a contending team, you're going to have to battle through some things. Sometimes it's not going to go perfect. Sometimes it's not going to go as well as you want it to, and it's how you react to those situations. And I think, Kyle's an elite goaltender. He's a 2-time All-American player. That's coming to a new program that's been very good at times and hasn't really established a rhythm that he probably thought he was going to have, nor that we thought he'd have. So, but when he hasn't, Jack Barry's come in and played extremely well in that position, and that's what Jack did last year. Jack came in as a backup goalie, and next thing you know, he's starting Big Ten games, he's starting Big Ten playoff games, he's starting Big Ten championship games. So he knows his role. He knows how to stay ready when he's not starting. And you saw it on Friday night. He comes off the bench, gives us a solid 30 minutes or whatever he had to give us, 25 minutes. And he starts the next night and gives us a really solid performance again. He understands that role and has accepted it. And from a coaching perspective, that's what you have to have, is guys that understand their roles. And when they need to be called upon for a big performance, they step up like Jack did on Saturday.
Brian?
How's Linus doing?
Good. So yeah, that's a really good question. Linus got dung up in Friday's game, missed Saturday's game, so we had a short bench on Friday for part of that game. So we overplayed some players, which I think was a good thing in a way, because I think some of the guys needed some more ice time to get in the flow of it. Trent was one of them. I thought Trent played outstanding, probably his best weekend of the season. And then, Saturday, I thought Max came in Linus' spot, did a good job. But back to Linus' health, he's way better. He's going to go on the ice today. Probably won't participate in much of the practice, but just get back on the ice and potentially try to get better each and every day, and we'll see for the weekend.
Anything else? Brian?
What is Notre Dame doing that's allowed them to run off 11 in a row here, Tony?
Great goaltending, very tough around their net physically and battle level and shot blocking, commitment, stingy around their net, very, very solid. And then opportunistic. I think they got some players that can make plays. I think they're a team that has a ton of confidence in their goalie. And they, I saw them play the 2 Minnesota games. I didn't see the games this weekend. So they're going to be, I think they're like a playoff team. I think they're built like playoff teams. They're going to try to grind you down. They're going to try to play you physically tough in battle areas, and they're going to make you pay a price. And I love it. I think it's a great challenge for our team. I think it's going to be great for our fans. So hopefully our fans that saw the North Dakota series, and hopefully our fans, I know they probably were bouncing around between volleyball and football and basketball this weekend. If you didn't see the Minnesota games and you want to see two exciting college hockey games, the two you saw in Minnesota were outstanding, and the two that'll come up this weekend will be just as exciting. So hopefully we get a good crowd.
What do you think made Trent's best weekend? What elements of the game were maybe unlocked for him this week?
I thought his speed with the puck, he was very, he was in attack mode. When he got the puck, he said, I'm getting it to the net somehow. He made some great plays offensively on Friday, probably deserved more than the one goal. Saturday, he got the one that tipped in off his chest or shoulder or whatever it was, or pants, because he had worked so hard all series long. I think that's a compliment to him, and you get a break like that, it's because you paid a price and worked throughout the series to deserve it. So I thought his confidence on not looking for plays to be made, going and making the plays. He was in attack mode. He shot the puck well. He was strong on the puck, and he stepped up in a big series for us.
Anything else for Coach? All right.
Thank you, and Kelly, congratulations.